Berlin, Berlin, hier lebt der Mensch gefährlich. Und rutscht er aus, dann dreht sich keiner um. Doch haut er hin, dann ist der Beifall ehrlich. Berlin, Berlin, du bist mein Publikum. Das ist Berlin, wie es weint und wie es lacht.
A couple of days have passed. Now I'm in Charlottenburg in F37 bar here in the Fasan Street and meeting Ling.
Yeah, hello, welcome.
To
See you again. Welcome to China.
All right. Yes, looking forward to it. What do we see exactly here? How many artists you have? How much art you have?
And we have shown the 6 Chinese artists. We have more than 30 artworks. We have photo and artists, but also the contemporary artists as well. Because we see China. It is not, and if somebody talk about the Chinese artist, and first, so think. All the people, Ai Weiwei, yeah? Sure, Ai Weiwei is the greatest artist, but China is big. We have many of good, excellent artists. So that's why I want to show, and we have many and very interesting and great artists. Yes. That's why, that's the reason I want to show the different areas from the modern art from China, what now in China happened. China developed very quickly.
Yeah, and let's pick some art, and maybe you can talk to me about it. From whom is this?
And that is, and the artist is Zhang Xiuzhu, with whom I have worked more than 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, because because our friendship, it comes through the art. Actually, I knew him 8 years before in Berlin. So he just gave a one-man show in Berlin by Chinese Culture Center. So we know each other. He asked me whether I can organize some exhibition, but not in Chinese official places in overseas, but in dependent galleries. So I think I can try, why not? So I just begin under my, how to say, an art and management and agent for him. So, he comes actually from the traditional Chinese art, but he's already more than 60 years old. He worked also by the biggest Chinese art magazine as an editor. So he has get a lot of the how to say inspiration and also influence from the European artists as well. So, for example, for this and the artwork, you can see some inspiration from the Auguste Klimt, also from the Egon Schiele, for example. But on the other side, you can also see some Chinese traditional and how to say art as well. But by this accord and painting, so you can see not only the Chinese, it's a combination between Chinese and the European art. So you can see the different composition by this and the painting from him. So then he can transform quite well from the Chinese and the way in the modern way, because I always say art is quite universal. It's a world language.
You already gave me so much information from this artist, but we have different rooms.
Sure, we have more and artworks from other artists as well. So you see in this space, we have showed the artwork by a Chinese photo artist. But on the first side, mostly people asked me, they are on painting or is a photo art? I see it. It looks like the painting, but it is not. It is a photo art. But it's very interesting. Actually, this artist, Zhang, also with the same surname, Zhang Jian, and he worked with the photo and artist since more than 10 years. So, but his technique and his an art, how to express and his artwork different than other photo artists. You know, in China, and China goes quite quickly, like I told before, that we cannot find the old places anymore. It means for the young people who, for example, under 20 years before or that 15 years before and born, they have no idea about our old culture or about our identity. So, and my artist, photo artist Zhang Jian, tried to hold on to keep a little piece of past.
Now we're in the beautiful bar of the F37, but here also is your art. Tell me about that.
Okay, firstly, before I begin with this and artwork, and by another artist, I will talk a little bit the background of this and the bar.
Oh,
yeah. This bar, it is in the 50s, designed by most famous German architect, and Hans Scharoun, and he has designed this bar areas till right now. So that's why, and everybody knows about this bar. Here is one of the most famous and compilation gallery and the bar.
Okay.
People come not only to see art, but also wanted to take the drinks by this bar with some special atmosphere. So that's why, and so in this, so just to come back to art, okay?
Yes.
And this artist is very famous and is quite famous in province Sichuan, most famous. He's also designer, artist, and also under furniture design as well. So he has also under his own museum. So Land XL Upsilon MoMA. So I have the big exhibition in this year in September in his MoMA, because it's very famous, and he have showed his artwork in the whole of the world, in New York, in France, so in Germany, and for the second time. Last year he was in Germany, in Düsseldorf. He will be invited from German government to show his installation and also on the artwork. So I'm very I'm very happy that I can and
you're really proud
him to join our exhibition. So and one we have already sold. Is already sold.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that's what it means. You can also buy those pictures.
Sure. All the artworks which you see here can buy.
When you open up here this exhibition, were all the artists here?
And it's very pity because the artists cannot so easily come to Germany because it needs a time to just apply for visa. This application is complicated, so that's why he just sent the artwork to here. So I just introduce a little bit about the artists, because all the artists who enjoyed by this exhibition, I know them quite well. On the other side, I know also their works. I also know how they work. So I just introduce a little bit about their works. So I hope next time that they can come personally and to give more information for our visitors. So because really art brings the people together. So that's why I always say I'm not the traditional curator, but I'm actually more bridge maker.
That's good. You're doing lots of bridges. You show me lots of things. But now I'm going to see you in a couple of days how you're going to be an artist with the calligraphy.
Calligraphy, because China and a part of culture, it is come from the not only the painting but also calligraphy.
We're going to see that soon.
Yeah, next time I will show something.
Yes, we're going to meet again.
Sure.
And thank you for showing me this wonderful exhibition.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome in ChinaLaden.
Vielen Dank. Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, tell me all about it in a second.
Yeah, sure.
Ling, you told me to come here in the Innsbrucker Straße because here's a China store. What is it all about?
That is why I just introduced you to come here and to suggest you to come here, because for me it's some special, how to say, and from my emotional and collector to this and the shop. When I came to Germany in the '86, I have new friends. So the people and the friend told me, and there is a very nice bookstore. You should go there. You will find that you will know the people who something to do with China. Even the all Chinese students, they just come to here. So that's
there was this bookstore.
Yes, more than 30 years.
Wow.
So I was, I have to say, the people, they put the most time and energy in this shop.
Yeah.
So I was so. Each time I come here, I was so and feel so moved. So from the emotion here.
Yeah,
I feel the and home.
You can feel it. It's like
absolutely. So I remember my first and the book which I have bought is from here. The German and the Chinese and a book, something like that.
That's beautiful.
So,
but they don't only have books here. You can also do different stuff.
Exactly. They gave also the offer and also the Chinese language course and also the Chinese and the calligraphy, and also the Chinese traditional and the painting as well.
Now we come to the calligraphy. Since you did it. You had to do it in school. It was a must that you have to do it.
Exactly.
But then you did a special thing here you painted it on bodies. Let me show you some pictures.
Actually, I came to this idea to painting and the body painting. I call it the body and the painting and the calligraph. And because a girlfriend just suggested me, why you want to try it to do on the ski? It must be very interesting and feeling. It can also be very sensual and also erotic. So why not on the paper but also on the ski? So that's why I just started with the body painting.
Well, everything so beautiful. I'm overwhelmed what I've seen in your life, and thank you for being on my Berlin.
Yeah, you're welcome. You will find a lot of the things and maybe some special ways to discover China.
Yes, thank you very much. Give me a hug. This is Ling Luo. We're on my Berlin.
Yeah, that is exactly my Berlin.
Yes. Thank you.
Das ist Berlin, wie's weint und wie es lacht.